Hi guys, welcome back to the Man Cave. So here we have the classic PlayStation Mini, and I just want to do a bit of a lowdown, a bit of a simple sort of quick review, and just give you guys an idea of what I really think and what my first impressions are of this little mini console. So let's get to it. So I ended up pre-ordering this in September. I was really excited like everybody else. Unfortunately though, obviously we've seen the 20 titles that have been revealed over time. And yeah, there are some great titles, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, there's some classics on the back of here, but at the same time, there's just so much missing. So first of all, the artwork looks really, really good. I'm quite impressed with the artwork. I think the resolution on some of these pictures could be a bit better, but that's been really, really picky if I'm honest. But let's enjoy 20 of the best games from the PlayStation console, preloaded, ready to play. And obviously I'm not going to read all the instructions and the rest of it. The artwork looks pretty cool. It resembles the original PlayStation quite well. It actually takes me all the way back to having a PlayStation back in the mid to late 90s. That's the instructions anyway, and again, sort of resembles the original console back in the day. That used to come in a package very similar to this, and the presentation was very similar as well, so that's pretty cool. It's good to see. And inside is a box. Obviously, I'm assuming that's all the regions, so they'll just swap the box basically, but this is the main sort of core part of the actual box. So we'll just open this and take a look. Pops out, move it out the way. So that looks really, really cool. So it's obviously extremely small compared to the original. In comparison, it's a lot smaller, but at the same time, it's quite big for it's pretty big for something that really you just sort of assume resembles a Raspberry Pi, so to speak. They're the USB ports for the controllers. Obviously there's no memory card or anything. This is just like a replica rather than something that resembles it completely. These press in, but obviously that doesn't pop open. I like that actually. That actually is quite satisfying. It's a nice springy sort of motion. That's pretty cool. And obviously you've got the HDMI at the back. And I think it's like a... yeah, it's a micro USB, I believe it is, for the actual power. So that looks absolutely stunning. I mean, that absolutely resembles a PlayStation 1. It's a very good replica, it's quite well built, and it looks really, really smart, actually. Yeah, I'm quite impressed with that, it looks pretty cool. So yeah, this is the baby. Like I say, it looks very, very smart. And these are quite satisfying that you can press them in. It's a nice spring motion actually, that's pretty cool. Very similar to the original. Very similar feel. When you take the top off, you've got the controllers in the bottom, so you've got two controllers. Which I think is really, really cool. I'd have been really let down if you'd have just got one controller, especially with all the multiplayer games. These feel quite a similar weight as well to the original controllers. That's pretty cool. Again, they've replicated this really well. Really, really sturdy. There's a lot of weight to it. It's really, really nice. I will say all of this is really high quality. It's really sturdy stuff. Two controllers, obviously. And this is something that's a bit weird, because I got told that they didn't actually put a power cable in with it. I don't know where I got that information from, but here is a power cable for the PlayStation Mini. This is the replica of the original PlayStation controller. So they look really, really cool. Obviously you've got the power cable, the PlayStation Mini itself. Not only is it a really good replica, but the fact that these press in, I think that's really, really awesome. I mean, you'd never have that opening up, because you'd have to have like a replica laser in there and a spindle. It'd cost a fortune. So, but having the fact that these actually press down is pretty cool. And from what I've heard, they actually do power the console on, and they do work. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. The USB slots in nicely there. Like I say, really, really smart setup. And the controller's really, really sturdy, and quite shiny and but really responsive. It's really nice to have a controller that's new. A lot of mine are pre-owned and they stick, and it can be quite funny from time to time to actually play games, quite awkward, but obviously with this being spanking brand new, they're absolutely perfect. So let's try it out and see what it's like. So let's power this baby on. Goes green. So this is the main display, so there's no music or anything, it's literally just the artwork. What I do like about it, what people don't really mention though, is the colour scheme. The actual theme of the display was actually really popular on the PlayStation 1. It was a certain version that you could get where you'd actually have a display like this on your memory card section and on your CD section. It'd have like almost an artist splatter effect that you can see at the bottom where it says play. I just found that really smart back in the day. I remember having that version on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, so that's the sound effects as you're going down towards settings. From what I've been told, there's not really many settings to choose from anyway. There's no sort of like resolution tweaks or anything like that. But yeah, these are the games. So let's play some Rayman. Graphically, it looks okay. I mean, the picture seems to be pretty good. I've got a 55-inch LG. It's one of these organic LED ones with 4K and HDR and all the business, all the sort of latest technology. And to be honest, you'd expect it to look pretty bad on a TV like this. In all honesty, as you can see, it's a pretty good picture. I mean, yeah, it's not full screen. It's centralised like you find with a lot of old games. But I think Rayman has aged quite well with it being a 2D platformer anyway. But so far so good. I think this game looks pretty good, and everything's really intuitive and really easy to play, and before you know it, you're on the game. You know, it's pretty quick in regards to the startup, so I'm pretty impressed. That's the main screen. You just press the reset button and it just takes you straight out the game back to the main sort of setup. So it's really sort of quick if you want to sort of change the game. In fact, I'm quite impressed how quick that was actually. It's straight to the main menu screen. So as you can see, there's a resume point there, so it automatically saves the game. And again, for convenience and obviously ease of use, I think that's great. For me, that'd be more tempting to play the game more often because you can just get back to where you left off, which is obviously a lot easier. A lot of the issues I've had with games over the last sort of 15 years, forgetting to save or there's not enough room on the memory card. I've had so many problems like that, and I've had to start the game over and over again. It's so frustrating. So we'll try another game. I'm not sure which one to try out though, to test the 3D sort of graphics, and let's try Tekken 3.
Round 1, fight. You win. Round 1.
So again, just to pause the game, the graphics look really good. The colours look really good, they're really vibrant. Graphically, it looks pretty cool. The resolution's not too bad. I mean, it is a little rough around the edges, and like I say about the screen being centralised, but unless you're going to be really petty and expect like a, let's say a PC version of Tekken 3, rather than actually playing a PAL version from back in the 90s, I think you'll be quite impressed with it. I mean, for me, it's just like playing the game like I did back in the day, except it's just on a modern day TV and everything's a little more convenient. Like I say, in regards to obviously automatically saving the game, you can resume when you want, you can come out by pressing reset straight to the main menu screen and select another game within seconds, so you're not swapping discs all the time. You can play any game that's obviously preloaded, as convenient and obviously as easy and as quickly as you want. It's just, you're just straight into the games, there's no messing around. I can see this being an exclusive Christmas gift for like obviously family members and stuff, but I do think people will buy this even if they do own a PlayStation, mainly for convenience, because like I say, you just straight in the game, straight out, it saves automatically for you, and it's just ease of use, and it's obviously very small and compact, so you can take it around with you. And if you're going to a caravan for a weekend or you're stopping in a hotel, it's just something very easy to carry, and you've got 20 games there essentially on the move. So yeah, in regards to ease of use and obviously just having 20 games preloaded, and the fact you can, you know, take that pretty much anywhere with you to a hotel or even a caravan or on holiday, I think that's where it is. It's just utter convenience, and that's what this is really aimed at. There's nothing really that's really put me off so far. I think, if anything, I'm impressed with how convenient it is just to play the games. I mean, time will tell. I mean, it might be that after a couple of hours, I think the quality might decline, maybe the graphics, maybe we see some slowdown, maybe the frame rate gets worse. I'm not quite sure what people are moaning about, but I've got a feeling that they're kind of almost elitist in the fact that they might expect PC quality rather than the old school 90s PAL versions. I mean, we've got to bear in mind these games are 20 years old, and you play anything 20 years old, it can be even a movie, you play it on a modern day TV. I mean, you imagine what a Laserdisc would look like on a modern day television like this, you know, LED in the works, the HDR and 4K resolution. Anything's going to look dated, but that's the point. You're getting the original PAL versions. It is the original experience, all compact into a nice, convenient little package. And I think that's what makes it overall a really, really nice experience. And so far, I'm really impressed. I think it's a nice little setup. So that's my bit of a review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like if you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you're new to the channel. And please hit me a comment if you've got any questions about the PlayStation Classic. I will say for myself, I'm quite happy with it so far. I might do a bit of a sort of update review or a bit of an update on a video in the future on kind of what my thoughts are long term. But so far so good. I'm pretty impressed with it. And like I say, it comes down to convenience. It comes down to the fact that these are the PAL versions, and you are getting that authentic kind of 90s experience again. Just basically a convenient little package. So I think it's pretty cool. So I'm Gareth from the Man Cave, and I'll be back again soon.